Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more Leif Plays Cities Skylines. And let's see if anybody can figure out where we are. We're in first-person mode, of course. And this gives us a really different view of our city, doesn't it? It's really hard to know where we are, what we're looking at, but let's see if anybody can figure it out. Well, that's kind of a cool view with that mountain in the background. There are a lot of pedestrians going over that thing. Fair bit on this one, too. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that view there, too. Neat. Alright, well, let's zoom out, and I'll show you where we were at. Yeah, this new triangle zone that we were working on last episode, and these two overpasses. So we were sitting right up on top of that overpass, looking this direction at some of these buildings here. Kind of a cool view. And we got a bridge over the river over that direction. Got another overpass here. So a lot of stuff we got done last episode, even though it was a shorter episode. Not in the sense of the length of the video, but it was Saturday morning and I was trying to get a video out quick because my other plans for the weekend didn't work out. And so I just blitzed through it quick, tried to get 20 minutes of footage as quick as I could, so I hope that was still kind of entertaining to see. So let's look at our city here and figure out what we want to do next. If we pop out of the cinematic view there, we can see our, let's pause here, see our residential and our commercial demand are really high. So we should probably just continue filling in this area with more residential and commercial. So let's look at our zones here, and I think we can just kind of continue to do what we were doing before. Excuse me. And why does this have an extra tile in it? I must have just did that. I must have done that wrong, I guess. Yeah, I guess I just zoned that incorrectly. Huh. Well, it's there now. We're just gonna leave it. At some point in the future, maybe we can do something interesting here. Actually, that being said, let's throw some trees down here. In the meantime, give these folks a little bit of greenery, a little bit of nature in their lives might be kind of nice. So they really won't be able to see that from anywhere, I guess. Well, you can kind of see it a little bit, I guess, between the buildings. But anyway, if the folks want a lunch break out back of the office building, they can pop out there and sit under the trees, maybe. Okay, well, anyway, I'm just starting to ramble now. So instead of rambling, let's just get a little bit more of this zone. So what my method was before is basically this pattern here, and we're just going to kind of keep continuing it along, and probably then about here, one more, there we go, about here we're going to drag out that, so these blocks here don't get too long. That's kind of what I'm thinking, if that makes any sense. So let's I'm kind of doing this on camera today because usually I don't do a lot of the road building on camera, but this one's a fairly mechanical process. We kind of know what it is we want out of this zone, so it's not a lot of trial and error like it usually ends up being. All right, I'm just gonna drag that there because all of this is gonna get redone, I think. So we'll just get as much of it as will fit nicely for now, and then we'll continue to update it later on as we go. Do we need all of these crossroads? Probably not, but I think we'll just kind of stick with it. Alright, so we'll just keep going high density commercial like this, and offices like this. And actually we have some weird terrain here, so that's going to kind of chop off some of these zones, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. And actually let's try and complete this block here just so it ends nice and cleanly. So that would be right about there, yeah. No, come on, stay straight. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's better. All right, and then what I probably want to do, could we leave these just long blocks? We probably can. I mean, I don't think that's really a problem. What we want to do now, though, is get rid of this stuff because this is not really necessary anymore. It's just going to eat up our zones. And if we look at our electrical grid, it is connected across the freeway here, and it is connected across the freeway here and up this direction. So I think we're fine as far as our electrical grid goes. We could, just for peace of mind, I guess, connect it up there, just in case something goes wrong and we lose a little bit of our infrastructure there. But let's connect it like this for now. Let's come this way and all the way down, and this way. Actually, I think I probably want to do it this way. I know I'm a stickler for getting these to line up nicely, but all right, and then drag that across. We don't need this bit here, I don't think. And then we'll just drag more of this out here, and we'll pop a connection down there as well. So I think that gets everything that we've zoned so far this episode. So yeah, excellent. And let's throw down our residential then. And these end blocks, I think, I don't know what I want to do with that yet. I mean, let's actually check and see what happens if I put a pedestrian walkway this direction. Yeah, that actually does clean it up a little bit. I think that might be a nice way to go, because that'll just give our pedestrians more of a through route in this direction. Of course, it's right next to all the garbage burners, so I'm not sure anybody really wants to walk there, and we'll just do the same thing there, and the same thing here. Maybe not. Let's keep it paused here. I don't like blowing these buildings up because it does kind of goes a little crazy with our demand, but I think we'll be okay. All right, we're just gonna actually let me grab the marquee tool. I'm just gonna rezone this, so that should just make that a little bit cleaner. Same thing here, and we can tweak this as we go as well, just to see where things end up. Actually, I can do that, which means I can do get this really close. I guess for now, is there enough room to connect it here? There isn't. Okay. I think for now then, I'm gonna bring it out like, well, okay, like that. And that corner we'll just fix later when we know what we're gonna do with all of this power generation and garbage and whatnot. So, because definitely the people living right there aren't gonna like this pollution. You can see the edge of those residential zones are in the pollution zone, which is bad news, but for now we're just gonna let that go. All right, we'll unpause and let that chug along, and let's think about where we want to put some of this garbage collection stuff. It is quite polluting, and in fact, if we move it, we can see where that pollution zone is going to be. So, you know, we can maybe fit one way over here in the corner. We could definitely put some up here because these things produce garbage. So plopping one in one of these zones probably is a really good idea. And by zone, I mean sort of district. And where's a good place? I'm actually gonna just look here, somewhere where we're not gonna have to, you know, sort of destroy a lot of stuff to fit it in. Maybe like right there. Of course, let's look at our traffic zone here first to make sure. It looks like we have an empty spot up here that doesn't have a lot of traffic, so let's see if we can put it there. At least one of them to start with. And I said right here. So it's a little wider than I thought it was. That's okay. So we'll throw that down. And actually, now if we look at our garbage, which is where? This guy. We've got... Actually, we have good coverage everywhere, don't we? Okay, but that should kind of circumvent a lot of garbage trucks heading over that direction, hopefully. So let's see. Yeah, let's actually speed this up a bit. Oops. And one more. And watch this develop a little bit. Okay, things are upgrading quickly as well, which is really nice to see. People generally like it up there, I guess. Alright, definitely having some traffic issues. This thing here is bad news. And we should probably create the entrance and exit around this thing here. This V-shaped notch. And actually, we could probably straighten that out once we get rid of this double roundabout thing. It seemed like a good idea at the time, and it looks kind of nice, but it just is not. It's not for a high capacity area. It just doesn't work for that. So, and let's see, what else can we work on this episode? We could try and clean this thing up a bit, which might be nice. In fact, yeah, let's do that well, no, I'm going to do it while it's paused, because otherwise it's going to screw everything up. But I think I have a good idea for how we can clean this up a bit. So let's actually do this, and we will get to watch some flying cars when we're done with this process, I think. Alright, I'm going to take out all of that. And I think what I want to do now is make sure that we know which direction the roundabout's going. And just plop that straight across. So we're going to have to do it like that. It wasn't quite straight, was it? Which is a little annoying, but that's kind of how this game seems to go frequently. It just doesn't have the right tools to line everything up nicely. So I'm going to try and bring these... Oh man, is this... Am I going to have to take this all the way back here? I have a bad feeling about this now. This is just going to... Yeah, now it doesn't like that there's an exit there. Okay, we're going to have to redo all of that anyway. Okay, and hopefully... Alright, there we go. That's going to work. And let's try and line this up as close as we can, since it's difficult to do it properly in the official way. Alright, so our directions are good, and we just need to put this... Oops. Put this guy back, which comes from about there. Okay, so that's back. Now we just need... let's see, these are going to cross each other, right? So we need this thing to get up onto the roundabout. So we're going to probably go like, maybe like this and then up. And then this one is the opposite direction. I'm gonna create it in the same direction. And then, okay, we actually need to go up or down. Up would be better if we can. It's gonna be a bit... Oh, there's just enough room. Alright, bring that up there. And now we can swap the direction. There we go. Okay, that's a little better than it was before. We have a little bit more room here. Took some corners out. So let's watch these flying cars. Here we go. Here's one. Stuck in a traffic jam in midair. Alright, I don't know if that really is gonna speed things up much. It should a little bit because we got rid of a couple of those corners. But let's see, once this traffic clears out, it should be okay. But look what's happening. People are exiting here, like this truck. What in the world? Why is it doing that? Look at all that traffic. It's exiting and then immediately entering again. Why is the AI doing that? That is really weird. I mean, the highway should be a faster speed, and it's a shorter distance also. So why is traffic preferentially bypassing the highway? That is really weird. Huh, if anybody has any ideas why this is happening, I would love to hear it. So down in the comments, let me know if you have any thoughts about why this is happening. I am not seeing anything that's obvious to me right now. Unless that was just still... You know what it was? It was probably just residual traffic that hadn't updated its pathfinding yet with the new road. Because, yep, I don't see any new traffic doing it. Okay, so it was just broken AI there while it was updating the paths, I think. So, okay, well, that's good to know. I was going to say something is really crazy wrong with that, but I think we're okay. Okay, that's done. And let's take a look here. This is filling in nicely. Let's look at our levels, which is this one. Okay, so the ones we put in last time are well on their way to upgrading. Looks like we have a death problem though up here. So let's take a look. I did put in a mortuary or a crematorium here, which is right there. So I mean, these should be taken care of. So let's actually. Well, let's just check traffic quickly. Traffic's not terrible, so everybody should be getting where they need to go without too much trouble. So let's actually zoom in down here and see where the hearses are going. Okay, this one is going all the way down there. Okay, why is that? There's still some mysteries here. Because we have a crematorium there. No, that's a clinic. Actually, maybe we don't have enough crematoriums down in that direction. Let's just take a look here. Flip to death care. No, we do. We have one here, and we have one here, and we have one there, and down there. So I don't know why this guy is going all the way down that direction. Another mystery, and it looks like the death problem is picking up again. So I'm not sure how to deal with this. I mean, it looks like we should be okay, but we're not. So, alright, well, I'm going to cut here, maybe rearrange a few things, do a couple more projects, and be back with you when I have something else to show you. Alright, we have time for one more thing this episode, I think. Because this one kind of ended up in a stream of consciousness thing, but you can see we have a ton of traffic here and actually a whole bunch of emergency vehicles getting stuck. So that's maybe why our death issue is so bad, as the ambulances aren't getting there in time. So what I wanted to do, you'll notice all this traffic is trying to get on the freeway by coming down here. So what we're going to do is create an entrance and exit from this bunch over to this road. And it may just be temporary, for now anyway. But in the future, we'll definitely have a connection of this sort in this area. So I'm just going to do that for now, and let's actually flip to our traffic map and watch this. So we should see people start to use this now, and it should clear up from the back to the front, hopefully. We do have a five-way, well, no, it is a four-way intersection, but it's a five-way intersection, which is not ideal, but we should have people. Actually, one more thing we could do here, make this a little bit better, is actually connect it here. That should be even better. So now we get it out of that intersection. So let's pop back to our traffic view. Yep, and a bunch of that traffic is now just gonna dump right off of there. So it should start to help. Okay, this one is kind of an issue though. Look at all the people exiting there. Which makes sense, I guess, but... Whew. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye on this, I guess. So it does look like traffic is getting a little bit more free-flowing on this backside where we open up this entrance. And yeah, they're almost all of them. Well, no, it looks like they're split going east and south. So that's okay. Yep, and this is starting to look better now over here. Excellent. So that is working, and we should see this start to clear out, although the amount of traffic exiting here is just phenomenal. That's not great. So why is everybody... That's backing way up. I mean, there's still a lot of people exiting here as well, but... Oof. Well, because we don't have any other entrances into that, or exits from the highway into this area, do we? So they're all using that. So we'll add a couple in here, I think, where there were before, and this should clear up. But I think we're out of time for this episode, so I hope everybody enjoyed and found this interesting and entertaining, and oh my goodness, we have so many problems. That's all this traffic, I'm sure of it. And abandonment, and oh man, and now our... Oh yeah, we're having major issues. People are moving out, and... But it's citywide, so I don't really understand. Maybe it's garbage? It's leading to sickness? I don't even know. Alright, well... we succeeded in messing stuff up this episode, but we'll be back next time to try and fix it. So anyway, leave a like if you liked it, leave some comments if you have any ideas or suggestions. I do read all my comments and try to reply to all of them as well. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you can keep up to date with everything else that I'm doing. So until next time, see you then.